Well, good morning, my friends. What is up? It's your friend and pal Seth. My pronouns are he and they. I want to welcome you into your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for the day. If we are keeping track of the number, and guess what we are, because that's what we do. It is day number 92. I cannot believe it. I think that is just so awesome. I love it. So I hope that you're doing well. You're making it the most fantastic day ever so far. And if you find that you're needing just an extra added, a little bit of a boost of some extra motivation for this morning, I hope that this video serves to do that for you today. Helps you to feel just a little bit better, maybe 1 to 3% better. Switch it, even get up to like 4 or 5% better. All right. So without further ado, let us get into it. So inside of this morning inspiration video, I'm going to be talking about what we're going to be discussing inside of our community of practice, which meets this morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Turn your attention to the ticker on the bottom. Join our community of practice Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So what are we actually going to be doing, and what are we going to be talking about inside of our group today? So today is our creative expressions group, okay? And the topic for today is such a perfect day for a 14th chance. Automatically just love that, I just love that topic name, isn't it? It's very unique, okay? So our songs for the inspiration, for inspiration inside of our group today, are Trade In by Lou Reed, awesome song, and another song by Lou Reed called Perfect Day. Both really, really incredible songs. If you have a chance to listen to them, if you have a chance to download the lyrics to them, highly, highly recommend it. They are some great songs, all right, and powerful too, all right? So inside of our community of practice, inside of our program today, we have 3 daily affirmations. All the daily affirmations that we have 3 of them inside of today's program, and they're really, really powerful. They are really, really amazing. We, as always, kind of invite you to look at these daily affirmations, to read them, see how they kind of relate to your own life right now. And then there's always a chance to actually add in kind of your own invitation for your own I am statement, your own I am daily affirmation for the day, okay? Because I think that is something that's really, really important and really, really pivotal and vital for a lot of us. All right, so we're going to have 3 daily affirmations. In addition to that, what else are we going to be talking about? All right, we're going to be talking about some heavy things today, okay? Heavy meaning, yes, heavy emotionally, but I think also heavy meaning like really, really powerful, okay? So one of the things we're going to be talking about is this idea of people pleasing. Who here watching would consider themselves a people pleaser at times? And I am proudly raising my hand. Okay, I'm not even going to be ashamed of it. Okay, I am guilty of being a people pleaser at times. Okay, now it's interesting. Because a lot of, for me, inside of, my trauma, inside of my own healing journey and everything, I try to, people would say, oh, don't feel this way, don't feel that way, do this with your life, do that, and I'm like, hey, so that whole people pleasing idea, it really, and it's one of those things that I sometimes don't really like saying, but it came actually easy for me. I would people please a lot. I admit it. I would, do a lot of people pleasing and everything. And what that led to a lot of self-guilt. When I actually tried to put myself first and do kind of what I wanted to do for myself, that led to a lot of self-guilt, because you had all these other people around me. I had all these other people around me going, yo, what the hell? The heck, excuse my language. I thought you were going to do this or this or that. And you're like, so again, that led to a lot of self-guilt. But the thing that I have learned over the years is feeling guilty, that self-guilt and everything. We got to figure out a way to get rid of that self-guilt, because it is never selfish to put ourselves first. Putting ourselves first is the most amazing and self-love and compassionate thing that we can do for ourselves. Okay? And albeit it took me a long time to actually realize that. Okay? But it's one of the most incredible cherished gifts that we can give ourselves. That whole that attention, that love, and that compassion towards ourselves. All right, so that's one of the things we're going to be talking about. This people pleasing leading to self guilt and everything, and figuring out a way to just stop feeling guilty for putting ourselves first. All right. So, in addition to that, perceptions of a bad experience. That's another thing we're going to be looking at today inside of our program. So for a lot of us, we may have, certain situations that have happened in our life. I know me, I have a past that's been riddled by, a lot of painful moments and a lot of trauma and everything. And normally what happens over time is our perceptions of a bad experience or a negative experience, they start to, we start to kind of drift away from them and everything. And our perceptions about them, they start to change and really get better over time. As time goes on, our perceptions about something that had happened, it starts to get a lot better. Now, if we find that we have something like PTSD or depression or something, that can make it a lot harder. So when it comes to that, figuring out ways to this is another thing that I really like about this is using perspective shift when it comes to a lot of our perceptions of negative experiences and everything. That's something that can really help. We may have to do that extra added step at times. And interestingly enough, that could also, that could also be if you don't even have PTSD, or anything, or it's not constituted as trauma, let's just say. So that's another thing we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at people pleasing leading to self guilt and finding ways to not feel guilty for putting ourselves first. In addition to that, our perceptions of negative experiences and everything, and how they change and how they evolve, depending on the healing that we're doing inside of our journey. All right. So I wanted to actually also add in a quote inside of this video for today, because I think this is very apropos or very appropriate to what we're going to be talking about today. So it says, "You are loved just for being who you are, just for existing. You don't have to do anything to earn it. Your shortcomings, your lack of self-esteem, physical perfection, or social and economic success, none of that matters. No one can take this love away from you, and it will always be here." And that is a quote by Ram Dass, by the amazing and powerful Ram Dass. Okay. So I think that really constitutes this whole idea of self-love, and loving yourself for who you are and accepting yourself as you are right now. No one can take any of that love away from us. And it will always be here for us when and however we need it. All right. So that will really about do it for your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for today. We're going to be talking about some incredible topics for today inside of group. All right. So if you're able to join us inside of the group today, that would be amazing. And we would love to see you, love to just welcome you in. Again, if you are new, there's no obligation to talk. There's no obligation to share. If you just want to come in and just sit and watch, boom, awesome. There we go. That's that. Okay. Then you're more than welcome to. All right. So as I said, that'll about do it for your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for today. I will say, don't quit before the miracle happens, my babies. Find ways to keep moving forward because you are amazing. You are worth it. Let's join hands and do this together. All right. I'll also say, stay positive, stay motivated, stay focused on your amazing, huge, big dreams and goals, my friends. Okay. Thank you so much for watching your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for the day. And I will see you. God, you're cute. Cute and beautiful. I love it. I will see you in the morning inspiration video for tomorrow.